Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to get a bit of Azur Lane up today. I got a few things to cover, so let's go jump right into it. All right, so we've still got the event going on. So this is a pretty good event, actually, this Flame Touch Dagger. It's pretty easy. It's only 3 levels, SP1, SP2, and SP3. And it basically just run SP3 over and over and over and over again. Make sure that you have Azur, Oratorio, La Timeraine, or La Piniatre in your fleet so that you can get extra rewards for that. I've been getting about 400 of these little daggers. So I've already got the ship. I actually built her. I built her this morning, actually, and I was going to complete this today. So I have 2 copies of her. She's suffering class ship, so it's not a bad ship, but again, not something that you're going to be breaking the bank with. Let me see here. So I've currently got the 2. This one right here. I'm running the actual 1200 oil commission right now, just to get her up to 10, so I can copy her in there. So this is the ship. So basically, nothing really in terms of increase the ship's firepower about 5 if we're just out of ammo. Reduces the ship's debuff effect. So nothing that's really, that increases the ship's damage to CAs and CBs. So it's going to go up against battleships. Chance to increase the ship's accuracy and reload. So there's really, really not that much in Sunrun. She's a French ship. So the event, I think the event is most likely a sort of recreation of probably Operation Veto, I would actually say, because Fock and Algiers participated in Operation Veto. They just bombed a couple of cities, didn't do a whole lot. I think they bombed Genoa, and Veto was the other. Now Genoa was actually a pretty big a city at the time, so they didn't do much damage, and as you can see from the actual event, it didn't go off very well. But Azur and Fox were part of the 3rd Squadron. They did. I think it was middle of June sometime. I think it was in 1940. That's when it happened. So I think this was sort of a recreation of that particular event. So it was pretty interesting. It was a pretty good story. It's a nice to use some of the ships. Oratorio doesn't get used much, and the others are pretty much not ships that are used very often in terms of events. So it's nice to actually use Azur and Oratorio sometime. La Timeraine and La Piniatre, those are those are epic ships. These 2 are legendary SSR ships. So it's nice to be able to use them for something. All right, the Grand Prix still going on. It's going to be going on for another week. You get the car right here after you do 4 laps. As you can see, I'm already lap 8, so I've already got the car. But you just want to do it. You get rewards each time you go through. You can get some oil, some prints, some chips. So basic rewards, stuff like that. Some coins as well. So the milestone. This is just make sure that you get this before this closes. This is going to be closing here shortly. As a matter of fact, I believe it will be actually, it'll be actually 11. Yeah, it'll be closing tonight actually, because it stays up 7 days after the event ends. So you're going to have to complete. Make sure that you get this, and make sure that you get this done, because this will be ending as today. So tonight these will go. So make sure you've got all the ships from the event, and that you've got them fully limit broke, level them up to 70, full limit break enough to actually get the portrait frame right here, and that is going to end today. Okay, and then the Blueport completion plan for Gascon complete a long time ago with that. So make sure that you do cash those things in. They will be ending tonight. This is the actual event. As you can see, there's only 3 levels. What you can do is just basically run this. I was just running this with my fleet. I had Oratorio and Azur, and I was getting 400 on each run. So you can usually run it 3 or 4 times a day. You should be able to get to the 10,000 needed to get the ship before this event closes. Okay. There's also the capability, of course, she can be built. So if you build her, like I said, but I didn't build her until today. Today was actually the first day. I've been doing 5 builds each day, but today was actually the day that I actually did get her. So like I say, so I've got her, and then the copy I got out of the event. But just for collector purposes, as you can see, she's an okay ship. but nothing in terms, that sets her apart from any other ships out there. Much better and more effective ships to use. But for collector's purpose, you do want to try to get her, and what I like to do is I get the ship, I'll take it up to like 30 to give it, a limit break or something, and then from then on, I won't use it again until it comes a time when I start looking at limit up ships. But right now, I'm still working on my SSR, legendary ships right now, getting them up and fully limit breaking them. So I really haven't had a chance to focus on some of the other ships yet. So it's hit or miss. You get what you get. A lot of ships, hundreds and hundreds of ships, literally. So it's really impossible to focus on all of them. So I've just been focusing on the main ships that you could use for the different fleets. I've got a fleet for each. I got a Secular Empire fleet. Fleet for this is my U.S. fleet, or I should say our Eagle Union fleet. This is the HMS fleet. Okay, British. And then of course we've got the Iron Blood fleet, German here. And that's really this is the one I'm currently working on from a partial. And this right here was the one I was actually using for the event. As you can see, I had the Vittorio, Azur, and I went and put Richelieu in there, Vittorio Venetus in there, put St. Louis in there. I had San Francisco in the front center just to give me a little bit of healing, just in case, since it was SP3, but really didn't need to use it. These ships were able to take it quite easily with very little problems whatsoever. So that's what I used to go ahead and take it. But yeah, so I just want to get everybody to know that this event is going to be that the two parts for the Skybound Oratorio will be ending today, so you need to get in there and cash those out. Okay, all ships fully limit broke from the previous event that ended on the 10th, and the milestone rewards. So make sure that you collect everything inside of here that you wanted to, and of course that applies to the shop as well. Got our pack up. I haven't claimed it yet, but always remember to get this on a weekly basis. 4,000 oil, cognitive chips, some experience packs. So that's really, really good. So that is weekly now, and it's free. But you also want to focus on the event. Right here, this will be closing today as well too. So make sure that you purchased everything inside of here that you want. I have 300 in here, so I'll go ahead and use those. I'll go ahead and max out my Oxycolas there, just to get rid of all those. Okay, so make sure that you do use this. Do use them or you lose them, because once this shop closes, nothing else to spend it on. So make sure that you do use it tonight before it closes. All right. So that's all I got. Just a quick video. Not much else going on in terms of anything else at the moment. This event will be going for another week. It's going to go until the 24th, and then the next event will be coming up. I'll do another video once I've found out a little bit more about what the next event is going to be. But this one was a pretty good event. When it started and went through it, I was like, yeah, that's the only thing I could find was Operation Beto, possibly, because a lot of the events that they do have sort of kind of parallel what sort of happened in World War II in all actuality. So I mean, it's video games, so it can't be that accurate. But ship dynamics and whatnot. So the story. So I believe this was just Beto. This is the operation that they were doing. Now in real Operation Beto, there were two other ships not mentioned since we just got Azur and Foch. So, but I think that's what it was about. And then the nice little battle with Littorio as they were leaving was a nice little cut up there that allowed us to get to the dagger, because Foch gave Littorio her dagger, because they had the battle there at the end. They weren't really trying to just destroy each other. It's just a sort of respect thing. So she gave Littorio the dagger that she had, and that's where they got. That's where they get the title of the actual event from, which is Flame Touched Dagger. All right. So again, make sure that you knock that stuff out today, because tonight's event, we'll have another event tomorrow. I'll probably do a video tomorrow just to start. It should be it'll probably be just a gimme event, sort of something a little, just something nice to just tone us over for another week until they have the next big main event. Uh, because they've got this event going on, it shouldn't be big. And since the Flame Touch deck is going to be going on for another week, they'll probably just give us a little. It most likely will be what I like to call an outfit event, an event where they probably give us a limited outfit for a character. So we'll have to see exactly which one's coming up. I didn't have a chance to check out the internet and see if I could find out exactly what it was. But expect that to come out tonight, so it's to come up tomorrow, and maybe we'll do a secondary video tomorrow just to go over that event. Hopefully it won't be a rerun. I mean, this Flame Touch Tagger's not a rerun. That was a new event, so hopefully this something that they give us next time will be new as well. And then of course, coming up on the holidays here, we've got Thanksgiving here coming up shortly. Of course, that's mainly just an actual American type of holiday. So I'm not sure if they'll do anything related to that in the game. They usually do for the English server, simply because of the fact that it's a holiday every year. And then of course in December we've of course got the Christmas events, which will be coming up as well too. But they do have a lot of cool stuff going on and a lot of new stuff coming up. But now's a good time to go ahead and start hunting down some of those ships. You might want to go ahead and go for Yudachi, because the retrofit that they got for her is excellent. So you definitely might want to consider going and hunting her down. You can find her, you can usually build her fairly quickly. You just have to farm for her. She's not buildable, so you have to run the actual stage for her. I mentioned in a previous video I did about her, and but you can just go on the internet, just type in Azur Lane Yudachi, and it'll show picture her, tell you all of her stats in it, and it'll say drop only, and then you have to go to that and just run it over and over and over. I actually got her pretty quick, so I was personally surprised. But that's the only way to get her at this point in time. But the retrofit that they have for her is excellent. So it's definitely something. This turns her. She was borderline top tier before. Now she's definitely a top tier ship. This gives her excellent survivability kit. So definitely something you want to look at. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Once you click on the bell, you get notified each time I drop the video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as that does help YouTube's algorithm to actually get better views and more views for the video. So this is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.